She's truly the heartbeat of Boca Raton's philanthropic scene. Joan Wargo, a tireless fundraiser who helped bring Boca Raton Regional Hospital to life. Her generosity helped shape the city. At 95, she is still at it.
When I was young and trying to decide what I was going to be, I was either going to be a cross-country truck driver or an FBI agent. And I got involved with my aunt, who worked as administrator of a hospital.
And she said, come to work here.
No, she said, go to school.
And you did?
Yes.
Nursing school?
Yes. And then I stayed there. When I graduated, I stayed there and taught nursing arts for a couple of years, and then I got bored. So I said to my roommate, pack your suitcase, we're moving to at that time I called it Miami.
And you did?
We did, and we canvassed all the hospitals, and I said, we'll get the most experience at Jackson Memorial. My husband came on staff as an intern and resident, and one day I was standing at my desk doing something, I don't know what I was doing, and all of a sudden his arm comes across in front of me that says, first name, please. So that's how I met him.
And that was the beginning?
Yes.
And he pulled you up here? Was he in Boca Raton?
He and his partner, Paul Demick, made a survey of the state, and they decided that Boca Raton was going to be the up-and-coming town and grow. So they opened offices in Delray and Boca. We moved to Boca, and then Uncle Sam invited my husband to serve in the Army. So we were gone for 2 or 3 years, I guess.
When you moved to Boca in the 50s, what was the community like?
It was nice and quiet.
More friendly?
Well, everybody knew everybody. You know, there wasn't any place to go except the beach club. That's what we did.
It was a happy life. But on April 21st, 1962, the Boca community was rocked by the death of 2 local children.
The children were the Drummond children. They had 4 children. Debbie, when she passed away, was 9, and Randall was 3. They were poisoned.
How did they get poisoned, do you know?
Well, I really don't like to discuss it because of the nature of the people.
Okay.
But they were poisoned with, stuff you put on the lawn.
Oh, my goodness. They died on the way to the nearest hospital, some 25 miles away. Did it touch the community?
Oh, definitely. They immediately recognized the fact that a medical facility needed to be in Boca.
Was the sense that if there had been one, that these kids may not have died? Were you involved at that point? Did you see the kids? Were you involved in it? Oh, you did see them?
I was here.
And did you know the family?
Very well.
Joan Wargo described the early days of the movement to build a hospital.
Well, there were 18 women who got together and met at Gloria Drummond's house. Gloria Drummond was the mother of the 2 children who passed away. And there were 18 women called together, and they started forming the auxiliary, and then it grew and grew and grew.
And how many did it grow to?
At one time, I believe we had over 1,000 members.
Wow. So those 18 were very, very involved in what had happened and what they wanted to avoid.
In the planning, yes. Their mission was to raise funds to build a hospital, a medical facility, which opened on July the 17th, 1967, as a 104-bed, 4-story hospital.
That was the genesis of the Debbie Rand Memorial Service League, a community movement born out of tragedy named in memory of the two children, Debbie and Randy, whose lives were lost. It was a monumental effort, one that galvanized the city, and Joan Wargo was at the forefront. And what was your role in that?
Raising funds and working, and when it first opened, I was working with Debbie Rand Memorial Service League, the volunteer organization at the hospital. I was president of the league for 2 years, and I did everything everybody else did. And then when there was a change, I went on the corporate board of the hospital, which I am now emeritus on every board because I'm so old.
Was it hard getting volunteers to work in the hospital?
No, we had a very big teenage volunteer program too. Very, very successful. We were fortunate enough to have volunteers who were good instructors and, carried out the rules.
And are you proud today of what that's become?
Oh, definitely.
At the 50th anniversary of the League,
Debbie and Randy were asked if they wanted milk and cookies. They did. And about 2 hours later, both of them were sick.
Gloria Drummond, the mother of the kids, remembered the frustration.
We didn't even know where the hospital was. When we came back, we decided then that we would build a hospital. People said it can't be done. You can't do it. And we did it. That's what's a miracle.
Joan Wargo reported that it hadn't been easy.
We called in some consultants, and they said that a medical facility we would not need a hospital in Boca. The population would not warrant it. Of course, we disagreed with them. And the women decided that we needed a hospital or some sort of a facility, and we were determined there was going to be one. So we got to work. And within about 3 years, we had $1 million. Hospital opened on July the 17th, 1967.
By the time of this anniversary, the League had raised more than $30 million for the hospital.
People are so generous. And the same people, with a lot of new people coming in. We have a lot of new donors and philanthropists and people who are interested. A lot. And the same ones also, over and over. I think it's marvelous. When I say to my friends up north, I was at a luncheon, and they'll say, well, what did you do, and so forth and so on. And I say, well, so-and-so gave $25,000, so we were to our goal. And they would say, $25,000? And I say, yes. It's different here. You've got to admit it.
People are very generous here.
Oh, extremely.
And they always were.
Yes, always, always.
Boca Raton Regional Hospital, the hospital that the volunteers built, has grown into a widely respected institution. It is called the Miracle on Meadows Road, and much of the credit is given to Joan Wargo. You're still involved in raising funds. What motivates you to keep doing such wonderful work in the community?
Well, so we can have the hospital. And, I like to contribute as much as I can. Being it's getting less and less and less. Yeah. But, people will not believe the medical facility that we have here, which is totally donated.
Really?
They will not believe it. Right. And the people that get attached to the hospital, I see them year after year after year, and they keep contributing. You know, it's their thing.
And you keep contributing your time. Beyond the hospital, you've been involved with so many other organizations in Boca. What motivates you to stay so active in the community?
I don't want to miss anything. I just, you know, I enjoy it. I enjoy raising funds and do what I can do.
And it doesn't sound to me like you have missed much.
Oh, I don't intend to. I like to go.
For people who want to volunteer and get involved in the community, where do they go to find out about opportunities to volunteer? Joan encourages community members to volunteer. She asked us to pass along this number, 561-955-4098, for those interested.
And that's the volunteer office, and they will answer any of your questions and schedule you for a class.
And will the class be in medical care? Is it all around medical care?
Well, yes, it's all about volunteering at the Boca Raton Community Hospital.
Joan continues to be involved with the Debbie Rand Memorial League. She attends every meeting, every activity. Still, the memory of what happened to those two children is never far from her mind. It's very close to what happened to those two kids.
Well, you know, two young children like that, and they had a brother and sister. Let's put it this way, a good thing came of it, which is not a very nice thing to say, but...
Because you got a hospital.
We had a medical facility. We have a whopper of a hospital now.
A footnote, today, Joan Wago continues her work for the hospital, and she now has a new project. The other day, I asked you about this city called Boca Raton. Is it pronounced that way?
No. It is not pronounced Boca Raton. Boca Raton. Well, I'm thinking about starting a campaign.
And the campaign will say, get it right. It's Boca Raton.
Correct.